So today we're going to be taking a quick look at the brand new Corsair Scimitar Elite Wireless SE mouse. This is a gaming mouse that was actually sent out for me to look at. Yay! Anyhow, of course, this is going to be kind of a first impression unboxing, just kind of checking it out, seeing what it is, how it feels in the hands and stuff like that. And then we'll get into it. I'll kind of go over a couple of the features here in a second, and then we'll go in an overhead and actually unbox it. I have unboxed it, by the way, and it looks pretty good. And I do appreciate one of the features that is on here that just kind of where Corsair just kind of like goes over and beyond for, you know, us and stuff like that. You just can tell when they're thinking about and they're building these mouses and stuff. We'll talk about that here in a second though. So here's the mouse itself, and it does have 16 programmable buttons, which is definitely something that I look for in a mouse. My actual mouse right now is a Red Dragon, and it's literally, I got this for the buttons. I like the buttons on the side. I had another LG wired mic. I think I have it right here. Yeah, my old mouse was an LG G600 that had a bunch of buttons on it as well. I get these, to be honest with you, not necessarily for gaming itself, but for content creation, because I do a lot of editing, a lot of things with these mouses that it just speeds up the process. So that's the biggest thing for me. But for gamers, these are awesome.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
These are also awesome because of different things you can do and stuff like that. Speaking of gaming and stuff like that, you probably want to know a couple of the specs on it. And we're going to kind of break those down. Like I said, this isn't a full breakdown, but I'm just going to give you a couple things right off the top of the head. So you have a 33,000 DPI on this mouse, which is freaking crazy to think about how fast this mouse can move and how fast I would probably never have it that high. Like I don't think, even if I was in my mom's basement still trying to do a 360 no scope in Call of Duty, but there are so many different use case scenarios for a mouse like that and what you can do with it and stuff and how you can interact with it and stuff. And it's awesome. And you'll be able to use the app and stuff, of course, to control all this and the RGBs that are on the mouse and stuff like that as well. But what we're going to do now, before I get too far into it, I want to go to an overhead shot and show you the unboxing and kind of go with you in the unboxing experience and just kind of, you know, do that. And then we'll come back and finish up. All right, we're going to pull it out of the box. Oh yeah. So it looks like you are going to get some instruction, warranty guide information here, safety compliance information, probably a quick start guide in there somewhere as well. We don't care about that. We want to see the mouse itself. Let's see what kind of accessories come with this bad boy. Looks like you are going to get a tool to see what that's for. It's a little alley wrench. That's actually nice though. It's nice and definitely got some weight to it. It's completely metal all the way around here. It's not like some cheap plastic thing that's going to strip as soon as you use it for the first time, which is nice to see. Okay, so with the tool, this tool itself that we've talked about is just all metal and stuff. And this itself, I did figure it out because, you know, who reads instruction manuals anymore? Maybe the guy making a video should probably do that. But in any case, I like to figure things out on the fly, on the go. This actually adjusts the thumb placement for your 12 buttons on the side right here. And then this honestly just slides back and forth. So you can put this anywhere you want for the size of your thumb, which is super awesome because, you know, they just put it in the middle, or people just put it on way up front or way in the back. And everybody that has different size hands and stuff like this, you can literally just adjust this where you want it. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there for you kids that are watching this and your parents are going to buy this mouse for you. Don't come in here and torque this down like crazy. You literally just kind of hand tight. That's all it needs. You can push on it. If it moves back and forth, go a little tighter, but don't go and just torque down real hard because you're going to tear something up internally. I know you adults that are going to comment below, yeah, we know that, James, we're not stupid. There is somebody out there that unfortunately would torque this down and say, why didn't you tell me? I have to put it in my video. In any case, that's a pretty freaking cool feature. I love it. Also, since I'm going to have this mouse right here and stuff, I'm going to go back to the overhead shot just real quick here. Of course, they're going to give you a nice braided cable with it. Nice long braided cable too. I'd say at least a little over 6 foot, right at 6 foot tall. And you can also see Corsair is definitely going to make sure they logo their cables and stuff, which looks good. I love the little texture they put on the end of it too there. Not just normal. Little details, of course. Little braid side there as well. Here's the mouse in all her glory. As you can see here, I definitely dig in the colors out of the box. I like the accent colors of the wheel itself. And then on the side right here, these are nice. And of course, you are going to get some nice sticky here. Of course, we'll pull that off. And that's it. The mouse itself is not heavy at all. It feels pretty light. kind of comparing it to one of my other ones over here. This is the Red Dragon or whatever you call it. Yeah, Red Dragon mouse that I bought. I've been using it for a little while now. It's not bad. It's definitely not as ergonomically comfortable as I would like it, to be 100% honest with you. I'm hoping that this one will definitely take over that. And I can tell you just by messing with it, moving it around and stuff, it already feels pretty good to me. You do have 16 buttons on this mouse itself. So you have 3, 6, 9, 12. See here, 13, 14, 15, and 16 right there. I do not believe this is a back and forth button. We'll have to check that out later in the next video. And of course you do have wireless, Bluetooth, and of course you can run wired if you want to, from charging it to running it as a wired mouse. Yeah, you can use a 2.4 dongle if you want to. So here you go, 2.4 gigahertz dongle. That does come with the mouse itself. That's what we'll probably be using ourselves here. So we'll go ahead and plug that back in. It's off now, so we will turn it to the dongle itself and it should be good to go. And of course, we'll give you some light here so you can kind of see. You're definitely going to get the RGB on the back right here. And I believe that's it for RGB on this mouse, which is fine. I mean, let's be real. My hand's covering it anyway. It's not like we're going to really be seeing the RGB a whole lot, but it is nice that it is there. And it looks like you are going to be able to control it within the Corsair app itself. Of course, I have a lot of Corsair lights and stuff on my PC. So it'd be a nice addition. I like the accent color, but I like it. Really nice. I will tell you, by just plugging this up into the computer, as soon as I hooked the dongle up to the computer, it was automatically on and good to go there. So now we're using it, as you can see here. Hold it up, get it in the nice camera here. Now do some side shots here. Oh yeah, it looks good. It really does. I like it a lot so far. Now I was wrong about the RGBs because the lights on this line right here also flash. Let's see if we can get you some colors there as well, so you can see it right there, going different colors and stuff. So you will be able to control this as well. Looks pretty good. And I do like the texture here where my finger's sitting, by the way. It feels really good. Like it's nice to have a little bit of a texture there. That's just nice to be able to move my hand around. They have even right here to the side. I almost wish that would roll off just so slightly, a little bit more, so my fingernail is actually, or not fingernail, see my fingernails here. If my actual finger would actually just kind of lay on it just so slightly, so it's not rubbing against the grain of the desk or the pad it will be on itself. But other than that, it feels pretty good in the hand. The wheel itself's got some tension behind it too, so it's not like super loosey-goosey and stuff like that. You actually know when you're rolling it. It's much better than like my Red Dragon here. This is just, it rolls really easy. And where you might like that, this has a little bit more, so I know and I feel the clicks every time, like, you know, it rolls into place every time it's going over. So it's just nice to have that little bit of a touch there. This, you can tell that the quality of this is just built different. You're not that guy. Because I want to show you the textures that are on the buttons themselves too. I didn't kind of mention that here. You do have 12 buttons here, of course, 3, 6, 9, and 12. But there are some textures here, which is nice to see, because what'll happen is a lot of times when you're doing in your editing or something like that, like for me, yes, I'll finally kind of figure out where the buttons are, and sometimes they will curve the buttons and stuff like that, just kind of like my Red Dragon right here. The buttons are curved certain directions and stuff like that, but sometimes you just don't know. So to have the texture there, to know exactly, you know, 1 through 3 is not textured, 3, you know, 4 through 6 is, 9 through 7 or 7 through 9 isn't, and then of course 10, 11, 12 are. It's going to make it a little bit easier when you're kind of moving around and going fast and stuff like that with gaming, editing, whatever the case may be, to just be able to get your fingers on the buttons and go and hit them with confidence. So that's pretty cool to see. Little things. It's a little thing. So honestly, this is a really super simple video for this time around. We're not going super depth into it yet. We might do another video here in a little while where we'll go into the software side of things, look at it more in depth, maybe do some simulations with it, maybe play some games with it, something more in depth. This is just a first look, overview, unboxing of the video itself. If you're thinking about picking this mouse up just from this video alone, of course, you can definitely check out the links below. It definitely supports the channel and it costs you absolutely no additional money. So definitely check those out. And if you're new here and haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like the video if you liked the video. And of course, as always, peace and love.